Rick, are you kidding me?
I'm a little bitter. What can I tell you?
God, that's because he doesn't have a girlfriend, folks. He can't find a girlfriend in this Sex and the City. No, seriously, medical marijuana advocates have long pushed for the right to get high to relieve pain and spur an appetite, and they've long pushed against legislative barriers. But with nobody knowing for sure just how the political dust will settle this fall, medical marijuana supporters are sensing opportunity, especially because medical marijuana could provide states with a much-needed tax windfall, and they really need one right now. Joining us, Montel Williams, talk show host and MS advocate, and Rob Kampia. He's the co-founder of Marijuana Policy Project. So this, Montel and Rob, thank you for coming to the show. This could potentially be the opening of the door to get more states to make medical legal for people who are suffering from MS or other type of diseases.
Absolutely. I mean, the MPP board is really hard. We have a conference coming up, right? Tomorrow night. Why don't you tell me about that?
Tomorrow night we're having an event at the Highline Ballroom here in New York to highlight how close we are to getting a medical marijuana bill passed in New York State. We passed the New York Assembly last year. We have the support of Republican leadership in the New York Senate, and we have what we're told is the support of the new governor here in New York. So it's just a matter of getting them all together to pass that final bill.
And I think what we should make sure people understand is very clear. All we're asking for is for a doctor who has the ability to put somebody like me on a morphine drip or give me Oxycontin or any other drug that's out there. And let me tell you, if a doctor prescribes it, I'm going to take it. And if that doctor feels that medicinal marijuana would work for me, why do we not think he's intelligent enough to make that decision? So we should give it up to a doctor. And at the states right now, we have 13 states that have already passed legislation because the citizenry of this country have already spoken. Any poll that comes out right now, 76% of Americans say they would want a doctor to be able to prescribe medicinal marijuana or anything to their child or loved one if they need help.
Has a doctor prescribed it for you?
Most definitely.
And have you tried it?
Oh, most definitely.
And
there's no question.
And so how does it help you as opposed to other medicines?
And I think for everybody, its help is a little bit different. And that's what's so positive, so crazy about the fact that, you know, we have probably about 176 different pain medications, and you know for a fact one won't work for you that might work for me. The same thing with marijuana. Marijuana works for people with MS in different ways. It works for people who have AIDS, people who have cancer in different ways. But why don't we spend our time studying its efficacy and whether or not it works, rather than always constantly trying to study ways to keep people from understanding its use? So,
Rob, what is it? I mean, you have this organization that's trying to get medicinal marijuana passed in more states. What's the big stumbling block? What's the holdup? Why don't lawmakers want to do it? Just because it's long been perceived as an illegal substance?
Yeah, I think it's more inertia than anything. We have the support of the American people. As Montel said, it's between 76 and 78% support.
And that's based on a national poll,
it's
that figure?
It's a national poll, but then when we do state-specific polls, it also shows every single time the majority of the people support it. We have the support of the medical establishments, such as the American College of Physicians, the American Nurses Association, American Academy of HIV Medicine.
Let me just tell you this, because this is part that most Americans don't know, and I'm so glad that we have an opportunity to do this nationally and make people understand. Do you know we're not asking for anything that our federal government doesn't already do? For the last 25 years in this country, the United States government, through a program at the University of Mississippi, has been dispensing marijuana to 25 patients for 27 years. It's studied at the University of Mississippi. Your taxpayer dollars pay for it. Mine have been paying for it. But what's happened over those last 27 years, 20 of those people have died. They continue to prescribe. On the 17th of every month, the United States government sends a package of marijuana out to 5 people. So all we're saying is, what right does this government have to discriminate and say, I have to live in pain when these other people don't? When this program started was with the first George Bush.
And the event tomorrow, what's the purpose of that? Is this something significant to continue to get more people on board to get this legislation approved here in New York State?
Yeah, it's to provide a boost for the bill in New York. We're bringing together funders, celebrities, medical marijuana patients, physicians to come together. We're going to give out some awards. We're raising money so that we can spend it in Albany to finally push that bill.
Okay, and Montel, the final word, people say no. You're going to create a nation of people who are lethargic, don't want to get off their butt and work because and the kids are going to be able to get marijuana and smoke pot all day because it's legal.
One of the things you can do is check all the states where they've already passed a bill to legalize marijuana, and you'll see that marijuana usage among teenagers has gone down. And the second thing is, I'm not asking you to legalize this for everybody. I'm asking you to let my doctor, who can radiate me tomorrow for MS. Put me on radiation treatment. Can give me chemotherapy. If that man is smart enough to put me on chemotherapy, and he also says, Montel, I think this is a better choice for you, let my doctor make that decision.
Rob Kampia, Montel Williams, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
All right. Coach Stern.
Go. Our next guest has...
Go back to that date thing. I want to hear about that later.
Man, I'm telling you, it's been rough in Montel. It's been rough out there.
See, people need to know. That's why you're being so bitter, because the women that are out there have been turning you down, man. That's not true.
It's not after. It's when they say yes and then later they say no, man. If they'd say no from the start, it'd be a lot easier.
I'm going to get out of the way, but we'll talk later, all right?
All right. Let's
give him some advice.
a little less heartbreak, Montel.
A gem in the city.
Yeah,
I'll believe it when I see it, man.
All right.
Our next guest has been, thanks, Montel.